Criminal trials at the state level, they're really famous. You probably have seen TV shows or you've seen these in the news, these high profile cases. I linked 6 of them on the screen. The most famous of all is probably the O.J. Simpson trial. This is a Netflix documentary called Making Your Murderer. This is the recent Kyle Rittenhouse trial in Wisconsin, Casey Anthony, Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd, the 3 people convicted of a life sentence of killing Ahmaud Arbery. These are just some of the examples of criminal trials that you would see in real life, but they involve every part of what we're about to go over. Okay. So the first part is the plaintiff. In a criminal trial, this is the person accusing somebody of wrongdoing. And when you get to a criminal trial, this is always the state that the crime was committed in. So the way that this works is the state is divided into counties, and every county, so Benton County, Franklin County, whatever, they have a prosecutor's office. And these are lawyers that work on behalf of the county, which is a subdivision of the state, and they charge people that commit crimes. They're the formal people charging somebody. So if you drive under the influence of alcohol and you get a DUI and it goes to trial, you've committed a violation of Washington state law, and that's going to be prosecuted in the county that you committed that crime in. And the prosecutor's office will be the ones charging you. That can get as serious as murder as well. But the plaintiff is the people bringing the suit. And so if you commit, a crime and the police investigate, gather evidence, then you're formally arrested and charged with the crime, the indictment of what you've committed, and then potentially it goes to trial. But the whole process is really run by the state or the county that you live in. The defendant, that's you or me. This is the person responding to the charges. And you can decide to plead guilty or not guilty, but you are responding to the state's charges against you. And then a jury, these are the group of people that are sworn to hear all the testimony from the state and then the defense and make a decision and give a verdict. Is the person guilty or not guilty? Our system presumes you innocent until proven guilty, so that means the jury does have to be unanimous to convict somebody. And then finally, I said this before, but the indictment, that's the formal charge that you're accused of committing. Or the crime that you've committed against the state. These are all the basics of a criminal trial. When it does go to a trial, it's almost like a presentation with evidence. So it's almost like a massive presentation by both sides, the prosecutor, the plaintiff, and the defendant, and they both have opening statements where they tell you what their case is about, what they're going to try to prove, and then the state, the plaintiff, presents all their evidence. The defense then gets to go and try to attack that evidence, kind of a counterclaim kind of a thing. Then the defense gets to present their version of the case. The state gets to attack that or cross-examine that. They both give closing statements. The jury's then given instructions, and they have to determine, okay, based on this law, based on what we heard in evidence, what's our verdict? It's as simple as that. It can take quite a while. It can take months sometimes for the trial process to move on. But this is the basics in a criminal trial that you would see.